Listen up and clean your ears out, because these boys are here.
Yeah, I started recording.
No, you didn't.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Okay. Death is coming soon. Welcome to Bugboys podcast. We talk about Kamen Rider. I'm Kevin.
I'm Sebastian.
Okay, so first and foremost, we have like jack shit for news today. Like, we got nothing. I think there's they just revealed two new
You heard about the elections? Oh, we already did that joke last week.
We did that.
Yeah, okay.
They just revealed two new rider forms for the Ghost spinoff featuring Spectre and Necrom. Spectre's is just like a Mugen version of his final form, and then Necrom just gets a fucking ugly ass gold version like Machine Chaser did in Drive's spinoff story.
Uh-huh.
So there's that. You can look that up if you want to, but I couldn't find any actual materials that talked about it. And that's really it. I mean, we're gonna go right into the episode summary for X8 episode 5.
Oh, tell me all about it. Give me that.
Okay, so
that sweet review nectar, baby. Woo!
Just
go ahead and
sobbing it right out of my teeth.
Go ahead and describe what
that honey coming right out of my teeth.
Go ahead and put it into words like
I am. If you'll stop talking,
I can readily watch myself.
Shut the fuck
and
up.
I'll have you explain it to me. But go ahead.
It's for the viewers.
They listen to this.
Atop a nighttime building, Pallid and Graphite discuss the fact that all players have been gathered, and Pallid refers to the city as the new quote-unquote level 3 world. While headed to work, Emu encounters a hooded man laying on the side of the road, seemingly in pain. Poppy and Hito discuss the Dark X8 from the last episode, adding that even the Gundam president has no idea where he came from. The Gundam president contacts the four riders and tells them to hunt down a man that has stolen the four newest Gashots that have been made. Just then, Poppy is called by Emu, who reports the sidewalk-bound man is infected with the Bugster virus. Hito and Asuna arrive on the scene only to recognize the man as the Gashot thief himself. The hooded man flees, and the robot-themed Bugster intercepts Hito and Emu. The Bugster is connected to one of the stolen Gashots, a robot-brawling game called Gekitotsu Robots. Hito and Emu transform and level up to fight the Bugster before the Dark X8 appears once again, upgrading to level 3 using the Shakariki Sports Gashot. Brave and X8 are trounced by the doppelganger, who disappears along with the Bugster. Kiryu walks on scene and offers some information as an olive branch to Emu. The Dark X8 is none other than the Gashot thief himself. Back at CR, Emu, Asuna, and Hito inform the Gundam president of the situation. When asked to defeat the pellet-swabbed rider, Emu objects, proposing that they save the thief from the virus first. Hito accosts Emu for what he calls his quote-unquote platitudes, and the president also attempts to convince Emu to make an exception just this once, albeit more sympathetically. He argues to Emu that allowing himself to be manipulated could hurt him and cost him his empathy. Emu nonetheless rejects the notion and heads out with the others to pursue the Bugster. The four main riders appear on the scene to halt the robot Bugster's attack on innocents, and the Dark X8 appears as well, finally speaking and offering to fight them. Brave, Snipe, and Laser all transform to fight the two threats, and just as that happens, the hooded Gashot thief appears, and using the same arm-mounted weapon the Dark X8 used before, transforms and reveals himself to not be Dark X8, but none other than the Bugster known as Graphite, the green boy that's been walking around at the beginning of the show. The three foes easily overpower the riders and defeat them. Emu is confronted by the Dark Rider, taunting that gaming is a dog-eat-dog world. Emu, brought to rage, demands to know the evil X8's identity, who agrees to reveal himself if Emu can defeat him. Emu transforms into X8, takes the battle to a scrapyard, and immediately destroys the robot Bugster to claim his Gashot. Graphite quietly falls back, realizing the tide of the battle has been turned, and using the Gekitotsu Robot's Gashot, X8 upgrades to level 3 and nearly defeats the Dark Rider, who barely escapes with very little HP left. The doppelganger deactivates his gamer driver, revealing himself to be none other than the Gundam president. To no one's surprise. Staggering up to Pallid and Graphite, he exhaustedly commends himself for his own genius, and with the two Bugsters revealed to be his allies, Pallid christens the palette-swapped X8 as Kamen Rider Gundam. And that was the episode. What did you think?
I rather enjoyed it. Definitely a step up from last week.
Okay.
I thought. I really liked that this one. Would you say it had a message? I felt like it had a more poignant. It had something to say than last week.
Its themes of this episode were a little bit more prominent than the last one.
Definitely.
Okay.
The fights were great.
That fucking robot rocket punch and
Robot
then flying
rocket-
into the right
There's
back
multiple rocket punches. I felt
Yeah,
like.
yeah, but like especially the Gekitotsu robot punch where he flies it and then runs into it and then punches again.
But it's the like typical like format where like this one dude is just like fucking everyone up, and then oh wait, I got power up.
The playing field has been leveled and then he's gonna suddenly be nowhere near as strong.
Yeah.
I mean that's how it goes. Yeah, I thought it was good. I'm like. I don't know. Some things are starting to wear on me. First of all, I feel like the special effects, the little level up sequences, are getting kind of stale.
I like them still.
I feel like they could be spending more time. Each sequence lasts like almost 10 seconds at this point. I feel like they could either speed them up or just use portions of them. I feel like
love them.
I know they do, but it's just taking up too much time, too much space.
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah.
I think there could be more stuff to happen.
But you're thinking about as like a guy that's trying to watch a show. When I was a kid, I loved watching the same thing. Like I would watch. Like my favorite part, I used to watch Digimon Frontier.
Mhm.
I would love that they did that thing over and over again. That was like my favorite part of the show when they would just transform.
Mhm.
So I mean, I understand what you mean.
That's
It's definitely tiring watching that show again.
I feel like I can excuse it up until now, but I hope they start kind of speeding that up.
But
Or
they
just
mix it up.
Mixing it up at least would be better. Another thing, and this was kind of brought to my attention, was like I don't know, like the Doctor theme doesn't really. It doesn't. I don't know. Like there's. Okay, because like people talk to me about like I was talked to about this before, like a couple days ago, like Takeru and Ghost, his whole thing was I want to save people.
Yeah.
There wasn't any profession attached to it. It was just I want to save people. Whereas with X8, it's the same thing. I want to save people, and it's like, and you're a doctor. Like, what doctoring has he really done?
Nothing.
He's just wearing a white coat.
Yeah, they're all just wearing.
They're all just wearing white coats. It's not really. I mean, with Drive, like totally a police officer. Like the police officer theme was very prominent and everything.
You
And
want to see him doing doctor stuff.
I want to see more. I want the Doctor theme to be validated.
You want to see them doing their job, and then.
Yeah, and they did a little bit of it in the beginning, but
having
yeah.
to deal
Other
with-
than having to look at a computer and then turn around and then that's something in the episode.
Yeah, having to deal with the fact that they're handling other patients maybe, and
Mhm.
then having to deal.
It was
with
just kind of like the way they were using the term patient in the episode. It was like just switch it out with people. Like remove the Doctor theme, it would be the same thing.
Yeah.
It's almost like weird. Like almost it makes Emu almost come off like as obsessive towards the concept of patients. Like,
Yeah.
oh, this person's trapped in a fire burning building. Is he a patient? No, I gotta go. Sorry.
Not again.
Like just based on I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. What if there was a person that wasn't sick? Would he save him or what?
I mean, like, yeah, it's just, I don't know. I feel like this episode we're finally starting to get a little clearer motivations for everyone too, which is good. We got a little bit of a hint, and this was something that was pointed out to me was they mentioned when Snipe was introduced that he was a radiologist, and meanwhile Rave Hito he mentioned that Snipe was responsible for someone he cared about dying,
Yeah.
and Snipe is a radiologist. And that was something I didn't notice before. So maybe it has something to do with cancer or something. I'm not sure. But yeah, so that was pretty an interesting thing that somebody pointed out to me. But no, there was a lot more exposition this episode.
It was just more entertaining.
It was more entertaining, and it looks like there's a sense of progression now.
Yeah.
More of a sense of progression.
And the villains are showing their heads more. And
Villains are showing they're playing more prominently and everything. I was more shocked by Graphite's revelation being Graphite rather than the Genom president being
when
Genom.
you explained it to me, it makes sense, but I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, that being fair, you weren't like paying attention to the scans where they listed him as Kamen Rider Genom, so it was more of a surprise to you. But I kind of knew from the beginning.
Yeah, because I just don't see his motivation of why he would want.
Yeah, because he kept just attacking people and then leaving, and we still don't know jack shit. Like he has nothing. From what we know so far, we know he has nothing to gain from working with them.
What is their ultimate goal?
Yeah, exactly, and that's good. It makes me wonder. And obviously, there's something that's changed that's leading him to work with
They
them.
want to digitize everyone to Tron. But they're like trying to purify. No, I don't know.
I don't know. It's going to be some interesting stuff.
They're trying to convert everyone to.
I like that how it was kind of like he scanned him for viruses, but he is a virus. Like and I thought that was kind of I didn't. Yeah, I don't know. I thought that was. I wish they had commented on that somehow. Like, oh yeah, well, it makes no sense he would come off as having a virus because he is the virus. That was kind of a nice touch. I like how the level 3 forms are all like Ghost, where they're just like flying little buddies that attach to you. I think
you like that. Huh?
I think that's gonna be a thing that's gonna stick with Ryder for a while because it seems like that's a thing that can be pretty popular. I don't know. Like the auxiliary, like floating around little guys that integrate with you,
like
sort of like how Gaim was, but Gaim where they were, just armors that fall on top of you. I mean that's how the toys are and everything. They take them apart and put them on top of the figures.
Because the upgrades before that were just different suits. Or...
Yeah, entirely different suits. And I don't know if you saw, but the next upgrade that Brave is getting is the DDR theme form, the Doremi.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that one's
That's
happening.
DDR.
It's supposed to be like DDR. I think.
Oh, okay.
It's supposed to be like rhythm themed.
Okay.
He's got little speakers on his like shoulders and stuff.
Konga theme. Great.
Yeah, no, it was a pretty good episode though. I'm still kind of annoyed that the Doctor theme needs to get into gear.
Like I said, it'd be fascinating if they did that and really used it, but like I said, it's Rider, they probably wouldn't.
No, it'll get. It's like how Gaim has the dancing element, and that just gets zoned out. That gets phased out after a while. But at least that served like a narrative purpose, and that.
But then why have it at all? That's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah. Well, because with Gaim it serves like a narrative purpose because it represents characters growing up, I guess.
yeah.
But like
With this, they could have just used gamers.
I felt like that, but and it's one of those cases where I can't tell if it was because they've done that with Drive. Like Drive, you can tell like the car stuff and this police stuff were completely separate. You can tell the police stuff was something that the writers came up with, and I'm wondering if that's how it was with Xaid. But I've also remember seeing from press conferences they said that they were like planning on doing like Doctor's theme stuff with it from the beginning. So I'm not sure. And plus the name Xaid suggests some sort of medical theme to it. There's like stylistically there's a lot of cohesion, but like,
I feel like you could
it doesn't tie together that well.
I feel like you could just do a medical theme Rider show.
You know what I would like to see him do?
What?
Jumping inside of a person to like Invader Zim style.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Like in that episode
Invader Zim style. Why'd you go with that one?
Because there's an Invader Zim episode where they go inside of where Zim goes inside of what's the kid's name with glasses? Dib? Oh, I'm thinking of his sister Gaz. He jumps into Dib's body, is like shrunken down in a mecha suit and like fights against his antibodies. And so then he has to have Gaz go inside of his body with her own mecha and fight him off.
Yeah.
And anyways, that would be kind of cool. Obviously, I don't want to see fucking Xaid flying through someone's urethra.
Why is that a trope?
Flying in someone's body?
Yeah, like there's always like that episode of a cartoon where they get
either A, giant test fetishes, or two, because it's just a cool thing to do.
Like I feel like that's like in a lot of shows where they just like
they always
someone gets sick and they gotta go inside. And
it's a cool concept. Go inside and fight it, because otherwise, it's not very compelling to fight a virus with just medicine because there's no action to it.
Yeah.
Anyways, I hope maybe later on they implement that as some sort of thing where you go inside and you have to like fight like a gamed up version of like their consciousness or something, which is essentially just a video game version of Wizards Gate World thing. But I would still like to see that. I feel like it would be a bit more evocative of fighting against viruses rather than being a virus initially and then just coming out of the because I like
going to a digital form or going into a video game or something. I mean,
because he did mention level 3 world. He referred to, and I don't know if that was just him saying like the fact that level 3 is now a thing, or maybe he's referring to maybe he's trying to create a new iteration of the world. I have no clue. I'm probably looking into that too much, but yeah, I don't know. Still waiting for that Doctor theme to kick in more because it was alright in the beginning. I'm okay with them kind of playing it safe in the beginning, but yeah, they gotta start doing that a bit more, I think. But yeah,
Good episode.
Pretty good episode. Starting to see some cracks, but hopefully they'll patch them along the way.
Yeah.
So that's really, I guess, all we have to say about that. Next topic we're going to be talking about today is we're just going to be talking about toys. We're going to be talking about
Do you like toys? Do you like playing with toys? And do you like, messing with toys?
That's not the topic. I was talking about like favorite Rider toys, just like Rider toys specifically, not whether or not you play with them. Because I don't.
You don't play with your toys.
No, I don't.
You don't sit in your room and mess with the little buttons and clack it, and you know what I mean?
No.
Pretend the henchman.
No, I don't.
You don't do that.
No, I don't.
You buy it and put it straight on the shelf.
Yeah, that's what I do. I put it on the shelf. I'm baring my teeth right now. I'm squinting. I don't know why I'm doing that.
That's what Rider fans do.
That's what Rider fans do. They give off an aggressive display.
Yeah, I don't know.
No, I know what you mean. Like I'll open them up and I'll like fidget around with them because obviously, and when I'm bored, I'll like press like a button or something when I'm walking to my computer or something. But I get them mainly for display and also because my nephews like to play with them.
What was I gonna say? I don't want to offend anyone right now.
Yeah,
but I might. I always think like I've always hear people be like, like when maybe just. Maybe I'm referring specifically to reviewers. I will not mention a name or names, but I feel like I see a lot of times in reviewers they'll mention about the little toys and they're like, "Oh, this is perfect for you to take out on your day and like have it around with you."
Oh no!
This is perfect to carry around in your day. And
no.
Just play with it.
There was like some Facebook posts I saw that were like
ride home.
there was some Facebook posts I saw that were like that. Like, yeah, I always bring my lock seed with me as a good luck charm.
You think that's like a thing? So they do it. So they hopefully run into another rider.
Oh, that's absolutely. It's like I talked about with Godzilla, where they were like pretending to get jokes that weren't there during the Shin Godzilla movie.
Yeah.
It's chest beating. It's their way of trying to meet other nerds without bringing it up.
Yeah.
Or hopefully meeting people who will ask enough to talk about it so we can introduce them to it. No, but like it's one thing if it's like
a common nerd thing where it's just like you don't.
They wear it on their shoulders constantly.
Not even that. You just don't even want to start a conversation. You always want the conversation to be brought to you. Maybe about making friends or romantic interests. You want it to come to you rather than you go starting a conversation with someone else and finding out their interests. You want them to notice you and.
Yeah, it's one thing if like they came out with some like keychain versions of the lock seeds.
Yeah.
And that's one thing. Like that's one thing to have a little keychain.
Were they the same size?
They were smaller.
Okay.
They were like actual locks, I think,
yeah.
as well. And they came out with keychains.
That's kind of cool.
It's neat. I mean, like I would never use that because that would be like break this one first.
Yeah.
Like if someone trying to sneak into something.
Like they're like the locks.
Break the one that's the most colorful because someone can afford to buy a clearly imported Japanese lock with an orange on it. Break this one first. Get to the goods.
They're like the locks in those journals. Those really cheaply made journals from back in the day that everyone used to.
Yeah.
They had a little plastic key.
Yeah, sure. Key, well, they're not that like. They're not. I'm just saying like they're like
humor.
No, they're not. I'm saying that it's like makes you a big target.
Is that not normal behavior?
You were just making fun of it earlier.
Is that not normal behavior for me to bring my toy onto the public and like start playing?
Eat your fucking Batman cereal.
That's like for people that play their music really loud so everyone can hear it. It's like playing.
It's the same thing.
You hear this?
Eat your fucking Batman cereal.
You fucking ruined my bit, you fuck.
Yeah.
My fucking bit was that you're gonna be talking about some shit, some unimportant shit, and I was gonna be like, what's going on here? You know what I mean? Just get a little.
Yeah.
Get a little.
Eat your fucking cereal.
Get a little taste of that.
Yeah. Get that good Batman ASMR.
Get that good.
Which
Wait. What qualifies as ASMR? You just say things like.
Hey guys, welcome to our new ASMR video. I don't know if you can hear me, but I know, eat your cereal.
Get the fuck out.
Okay, but no, like I don't know. I'm not gonna spend the rest of this.
We're not gonna
be spending this entire time trashing people for doing things that they like to do.
This smells fucking horrible.
He's opening some Batman cereal.
Okay, we went to the store. I wanted to get cereal, and there was a Batman cereal. The movie.
Oh my God.
How long ago did this movie come out?
A couple months ago.
Really, just only a couple months.
Well, it came out in like what, July?
In the summer. This is gonna expire in February. It does not have any words on it. It just has a bat logo and the texture of his bat.
Jesus Christ.
And of his bat nipples and.
Holy shit, that smells bad.
God, it's horrible.
That is offensive.
This is.
Okay. Again, we're not
gonna spend that much time, but let's just get this in, get it out of the way.
Okay. Go. Yeah, fucking them.
Yeah, not offensive, but it smells like shit.
Anyways, we're not going to be spending the rest of the podcast. No, I'm not talking about that. We're not going to be spending the rest of the podcast talking about people doing things we don't like them doing.
I'm doing things Kevin don't like me doing.
That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the toy stuff. Bringing out toys in public. That can. I mean, if you got to do it, you got to do it. But I keep them in my room. That way I can let my nephews play with them, or if I have someone over who can dig that sort of thing, I can
keep
show
them in my room where they should be, where I'm embarrassed and no one will see them.
I'm not even embarrassed. I'm just trying to be courteous.
I'm making a joke.
Oh, okay.
But you never get like insecure about your figures?
Not anymore.
Me either. But there are people I always have to like preface.
Yeah, of course. You always have to meet, because if you don't explain, they're gonna get the wrong idea right off the bat.
What's the wrong idea?
That you're like some like weirdo. I don't know. Which, like, to an extent, sure.
Yeah.
But not.
It's
the
like
kind
that scene in like it's the most I think popular scene of that in a medium, I guess, like in the 40-Year-Old Virgin, where he brings that girl to his house and then he has all the figures everywhere.
Yeah.
I think that's a legitimate
expectation.
Not necessarily fear, but like it can be a turn off. I feel like to some
sure.
certain types of people, and you always want to.
And I used to be like insecure about it when I was in like middle school because I was still grappling with like what it means to be like a man or something like that. But It's just kind of like, yeah, I'll preface it, but like honestly, on the way to like the next near my room, there's just a picture that has me like with a triple chin on purpose. So
Yeah.
like,
They got it.
so like you already know, like you already know.
You got
like,
the cliff notes right outside the door.
yeah, whatever that means. But no, I mean like I don't know, but like we're supposed to be talking about like what's your favorite
Yeah.
rider toy?
Yeah, sorry for the tangent.
No, it's fine.
We just need
The very big tangent.
we just need to
where
fill
we
up.
just started.
We just need to fill up this time.
We started making fun of like other nerds, and then you started eating Batman cereal. Did a little mini review,
Hey,
and now we're talking about.
I don't eat Batman cereal in public for other people to make sure I'm eating the bat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I'm not sure. Like, hey, I like Batman so much. I'm eating the cereal. But okay, let's go Rider toys. They didn't have Rider toys when I was a kid. I guess they
I'm
don't.
talking about in general.
Oh, in general.
Did I say when you were a kid?
I felt like that was the assumption.
No, I just mean like what's your favorite? Like what is the best, regardless of whether or not you have it now or just ever. What is your favorite like rider toy?
Oh, well, I don't own that many Rider toys. So. But like,
But what is the
in
favorite
concept-
one you have ever had, or the one that you think is the best?
Oh,
Yeah, just like not based on like your collection, just like
based on
the
just-
one that like you would find yourself or found yourself coming back to the most when thinking about rider toys.
the Vice Belt.
Spies?
Vice Belt is so fucking cool.
It's pretty good. It's got about triple, well, not triple, but double playability where it functions as both a belt and a gun. That's pretty cool. It's got this sexy voice.
It's all this type of stuff I like. Technology, cool sounding voice.
God, that's a good voice.
Standing by.
Standing by. Yeah, it says like that.
Wow.
I think mine is probably either okay. So like, I think my favorite rider toy in general is probably the Sengoku driver from Gaim.
Really?
Because okay, so with rider toys, I don't know if you've ever noticed, but like with rider toys, certain ones they either alternate between where the belt itself is the toy, and that the gadgets are just pieces of plastic that the toy scans. And that's good because those ones are good because usually they have a lot of lights and special stuff to them.
Yeah.
But that's a problem because when the show ends, can't make any more.
Yeah.
Because it's programmed into the belt. Like with Drive, for example, like they just came out with a special where there's a new rider in the Drive spinoff, and you have to buy a new belt because it comes with that new rider sound. Like that's the stuff you have to do for that. But something with Double, for example, and Xaid. With Double and Xaid, the belts are just pieces of plastic. They got they got nothing, and you can keep making stuff for it even after the show ends.
Yeah.
Gaim is cool because it's both. Gaim has a few sounds in the belt itself, but the transformation sounds themselves, they're in the lock seats.
You're just in for the long haul.
I like it for the playability, and I like it for the fact that
Oh, so you do
they will
play.
continue making toys for them, especially since Gaim was pretty popular. They're going to keep making lock seats for Gaim, and they've been doing that. They did that with Double up until like fucking Wizard. So with Gaim, they're going to keep doing it, I'm sure, for a while. So they're going to keep. There's the potential to keep making lock seats for them, and I think that's really cool. And Gaim just kind of hits that nice spot where there's that nice feeling of pressing the knife down, then hearing the sound effect, and I don't know.
I know. I come from the school of I like it when it was more self-contained and there wasn't all these things you had to collect.
Fair enough.
And I liked it. It was all.
If I were to say out of none of those, I would say probably, even though I don't really have it, I would probably say the Zector, the Kabuto belt.
Yeah, those are great too.
That one is pretty good on its own.
I like the.
in devoid of any collecting element.
I like the attack.
The attack sector, I like that because it's just a female voice. That's really neat. There's difference because all the other ones have either the same voice, they're just like deeper or lower. Yeah,
All those actors are good.
and they're all pretty good except for I wish the Kickhopper ones had the masked form.
Yeah.
They don't cast off. I like the hoppers though.
Yeah. I don't like Punch Hopper actually.
Neither I don't care for him either because obviously
He's
he's just a
brown.
recolor. All right, you could word that better.
Oh.
He's silver for one.
No, he's brown. Punch Hopper is brown.
No, I think he's silver.
Kick Hopper's green. Punch Hopper's brown.
I'm pretty sure he's like silver and brown. I think. Hold on.
They were edgelords, dude.
Well, yeah, that was the whole thing. Common Rider, Punch
Like,
Hopper.
Dude, you just lost your fucking B. Chill the fuck out.
You just lost your B.
Chill the
Calm.
fuck.
Yeah, he's silver, dude.
Let me see. That's fucking brown,
It's a
dude.
very light brown, so light that it could be considered silver.
Get the fuck out of here.
I'm
But,
gonna. It's silver with very light tinges of brown. I also like the Ixa Knuckle. I've never had that one. but
Oh
that
my
one-
god, I love Ixa Knuckle.
Ixa Knuckle one is good. I've talked about how much I like the whole like voice.
Yeah,
filter
I
for
love
that.
technology stuff, and I love stuff
Mhm.
that I don't need to collect a ton of shit for.
Yeah.
So I love all that.
Well, that was Kiba was the first one to really do that. 'Cause
Yeah,
they
the
had
Fusils.
The Fusils. So that's one thing I keep in mind. But
What about
yeah.
the rider passes? I don't know. Did you collect those? I don't.
I thought no, the rider passes. It was you access them through buttons.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you would just press it and then you press the
I
button.
thought you switched out the cards.
You could, but they didn't do anything.
Okay.
No, with that one, the Den-O belt is cool too because then for
yeah, that was cool first time.
well, because then if you wanted to do the wing form or if you wanted to do Gao, the evil one with the fucking chamber music ringtone, that's just one belt and you could swap out the faceplates.
Yeah,
that was kind of neat. I wish it was that they could have all been one big one big belt, but I guess they couldn't have done that. Yeah.
What's the other writer in Den-O?
Zeranos.
Yeah, that's
Zeranos is a cool one too. I like his standby music. I've had that as a ringtone for a very long time. No, that one is good. I like the fucking cow sounds it makes.
Right.
If you could redesign or like redo like a belt, like a toy like gimmick for a rider, what would you do? You think?
What, like you mean like where I like the concept, but I just don't think it was handled properly.
The belt specifically. Be it simplifying them, making them more complicated.
All the newer ones.
You just want to simplify all the new ones.
Get the shit. Force has 4 fucking things. You don't need all that. Just give him.
You got 40.
Yeah, I know.
So that fits the number theme still. I was thinking about the opposite. I was thinking about what Kabuto or Kuga would be like if they'd been made today.
Yeah.
And I was thinking like Kuga could be really cool because he would collect like crystals or some shit.
What was
Just
Kabuto
healing crystals. Kabuto would just be miniature bugs. Like, did you ever hear the new Time Bokon series that just came out?
Time Bokon?
It's the one that has those 3. It's from Tatsunoko. It's the one with those 3 villains. The one like the.
Oh yeah.
Anyways, they just remade that. It's the same people who made Yokai Watch are doing it.
Oh, cool.
And it's like a wrist brace, and you collect little bugs that you slide onto it.
Speaking of that,
what's up?
That reminded me of Yokai Watch, the new Digimon universe, Appmon, what is it called? Do you know?
Apple Monsters?
Yeah, where they have like a Yokai Watch thing. It's not even a Digivice anymore.
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
Yeah, collecting thing.
Yeah, it was for Kabuto, it would probably be something like that. One, if you were to do Kabuto today, it wouldn't be that many riders. They would probably skim it down, so maybe Kabuto would have a bee form, would have a dragonfly form, and then there would be like attack and maybe some others.
I like that, but I like
that. But I'm saying if they were to make it today, it would probably be a belt where you put little bugs in there or something, tiny little collectible bugs. But yeah, I feel
like having multiple forms kind of diminishes the power of the forms. Like when
definitely Ghost. You never watched Ghost, but that was the problem with Ghost was he would get one form, never use it again. Like he would use, I think he only used like most of the forms like twice over the entire series. He used Beethoven's form like 2 or 3 times from what I can remember.
Yeah, I think really having less forms is the better.
I don't know, but like, what would you say is like your favorite? What's like your favorite figure? Rider figure or Sentai figure in general? Just
figure, huh?
Yeah.
Are we including villains? Or?
Yeah. Just anything from the genre.
Are we including mecha toys?
Again, if it's in the genre.
Oh.
Or you can say one of each if you want.
That's really... Because there's so many things. I do prefer Sentai Henshin devices because you usually, for the most part, over the entire series, don't have to collect. I'm not a big fan of collecting everything because I won't get everything.
Yeah, but the figures though.
Yeah. Ooh, this is a tough one.
Tough one? It's a toughie.
It's definitely a tough one.
I see that fucking. On YouTube. There was a comment where there was some math guide video, and it was like, "Thanks for this one. 4th grade is a toughie." And then some like grown-ass adult was like, "Haha, sweetie, wait till you try arithmetic at college level. You had to one up a child." Anyways, go ahead.
I can't. I'm just gonna say Figuarts as a brand because really, before that, there was a bunch of here and there. There'd be the like what was it, the Chihaku?
There's
Chogokin.
There's Chogokin, which does mostly they mostly do mechas, and then there's SIC, which I think is a subline of Chogokin, and they do their own stuff, obviously. And then they had the Sochaku Henshin, which was
that's the one.
That was the gimmick line, and that was kind of a hybrid between SH Figuarts and kind of what the gimmick toys are now. Yeah.
Yeah, I would just say that because as much as they lose in playability because they are more delicate and they're more of a display,
the older SH Figuarts are more durable since they have a lot of die cast.
But they are less accurate too.
That's true. The proportions are a bit off.
But I would just go with that because no matter because at the end of the day you're only gonna play with the toy for so long. Even if it was more playable, you're gonna eventually stop playing with that and you wanna have it. I mean, if you're a collector, I guess you would wanna like have it look somewhat presentable.
I gotcha.
And despite losing the playability factor, Figuarts I really like them because of how accurate they are to the on-screen portrayals of these characters for the most part.
Well, they base them on they base them on the proportions of the suit actors.
Yeah.
Yeah, that thing's really cool. I think it's that they have like a pre-made model of that suit actor, and then they just put mold onto it, and then make the casts, which is really.
And it's really fascinating how big of figure arts of a brand is now when it really did start.
Yeah, they have because they pretty much
started with.
They beat Revoltech because Revoltech was kind of the big thing for a while, and then they just took over.
Yeah.
Figma had its moment, and Figma's still a thing. They're still doing stuff with Figma, but Figure Arts is
Figure Arts really branched out to that license. They're becoming the Lego.
The Star Wars ones
figures.
are amazing because they 3D print, scan the faces, and those look amazing. They look better than the Black Series figures do. They look super nice.
Well, yeah, the Black Series are.
Well, their budget compared to
the Black Series came out, I think, as a response to Figure Arts as a brand, so people that
because they don't
because Figure Arts are a little bit pricey, and if you're a collector of Star Wars things and you're seeing these Figure Arts and you're on a limited budget, you're
kind of a response to that.
Is definitely
a more budget collector line.
I feel like honestly the collector figure market in general was a little bit affected by the Japanese way of doing things. Now there's
because fucking Hasbro hates. They don't. Yeah, they you're not allowed to sell any of their Star Wars brand stuff because that's not licensed. You can't buy that in any of the stores.
Just multiple hands. I wonder how figures do in Japan because I'm only an outsider, so I can't. I know people in Japan will buy American figures, and I wonder what their perception of.
And usually Japanese variants of them, i.e. the Takara versions of Transformers.
I'm pretty sure there's a Terminator fan buying up all the Terminator NECA in Japan or something.
Oh yeah.
And I wonder what they think about those because sometimes I hear not good things about NECA.
I had one NECA figure from the Team Fortress 2 line, and it was Garbo.
Yeah, a lot of people say Garbo. Some people say Grado. So
I want some fucking Figure Arts Overwatch figs, dude.
Figure Arts Overwatch. That's probably not gonna happen. But you never say never.
Probably not. NECA's already doing stuff with them. Yeah. No, I doubt it. So that's all I have to say in regards to Figure Arts. I think my favorite Figure Arts is probably. That's a tough one. I would say my Skyrider figure. I honestly love that Juzo figure right there from Shinkenger so much. Alright. I love the fucking villain. They don't do them that much, but anytime they did a figure art Tokusatsu villain, they always fucking look really good. Immaculate. Immaculate. I want the figure arts for the Roidmude grunts because I love those designs more than any of the actual Roidmude designs for Drive. Those ones, I don't know. That's my biggest problem with any Rider thing is everything I want is a premium Bandai release. I wanted. Aren't they? But didn't Tamashii Nation say that they're gonna start releasing premium Bandai stuff? I haven't seen it. I could have swore I read that. I haven't seen it. I don't know. Or we're getting it, or the Tamashii web exclusives are now becoming in Japan where you could buy them online here. I think Bluefin was talking about distributing some stuff, but I'm talking about also just gadgets, Rider gadgets and stuff too. But no, that made me scream because I was so excited when Gaim was going on because I was excited for them to come out with the figure arts for Sigurd, and then it was Sigurd is a premium Bandai exclusive. It was okay, stabbing my eye all right, I'll wait for the Arms Change one. Arms Change Sigurd and Arms Change Malika are being released in the 2-pack. Oh, okay, cool. As a premium Bandai. Breaking walls. It's not impossible. Yeah, it's just gonna be expensive. Oh no, I've gotten premium Bandai once. It's just you have to pay an arm and a leg for it. What did you buy? It was the Machine Drive. Yeah. You wanted it that bad. Dude, I love that design. No, I'm willing to pay for middleman services. I just don't like doing it. It's just more work. Yeah, I don't. It's so much work. I just No. Have you ever searched Yahoo Japan auctions and using middleman? Have you ever thought about that? I've looked through them before. I know that now. Amazon Japan can ship to America. Oh, really? They can, but you have to make your own account. And I think you can. I don't know if it's that you have to use Japanese gift cards and then add that credit to your Amazon account in Japan. But they do that now. It's just that the shipping can be a little off. Man, it would be fucking heaven if I went to what's that prefecture called? Akihabara. Yeah, speak up. If I went to Akihabara and I got to run wild in the toy store for a bit. I wouldn't be able to stand being there because the other people being there, the other tourists, the other gaijin aren't like me. But seriously, I don't know. I think some of the people that would be in that area, I think it would be annoying. Okay. Not the actual people living there, just the people visiting. I would personally be. I'd be uncomfortable. I would want those sick cum-ridden deals. You know what I mean? So. All right, the problem is that joke fell flat. You provide, not everyone knows. That's fine. It's for the crowd that knows it. I don't know what that joke fell flat. That's why I'm explaining it to you. it's just not. It's just it fell flat. Yeah, you screwed up. It's all right.
I'm not here for the people. I'm here for me. So.
All right, fuck you too. We're ending this.
No, don't you dare!